What card produced them?
Alright everybody, we are back. We have another match for you as we go into round 3 of Friday Night Magic at Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. If you are looking at the giveaway information for our rock, paper, scissors giveaway, that will come back up later. We will do the giveaway between the first round, before the first game of this round. I'm going to give these guys a go-ahead here. And these guys are going to fire off. You will watch in person them use the shop's playset of rock, paper, scissors cards.
Now, I'm not familiar with this game.
Okay, so so are you bored? Well, first of all, they put the cards in one area where all the glare is, so I have no idea what won.
It was rock, or scissors, lizards versus paper tiger.
Okay, so scissors win. Like I said before, I'll show it one more time. That's how we like to start our games here. And if you want your own playset, simply follow me on Twitter at ZachSellsMagic. After the first game of this match, we will do the drawing from last week. We will make a new tweet about the giveaway. You retweet that giveaway if you're following me. We draw you next week. I send them to your house. How easy is that? Someone's asking why we don't just use our hands to do that. You know why we don't do that? Because it's boring.
Some people don't have hands.
Yeah, that's discriminatory to double hand amputees. That's a very good point, Brett. I'm glad you brought that up. I think it's one of the bigger issues facing us today as a culture. As Brett continues to pile through, I'm going to switch to the studio cam real quick. Brett has been having a good run in the past few. If you've watched our archives, you'll see that Brett has done fairly well for himself. And Brett, while we're broadcasting here, is just piling through packs of Magic cards. This is about half of what you started with.
Exactly
right?
half.
So you want to come down to Lost Legion Games and Comics, you too, like Brett Rose, can pilot junk tokens all the way to fame and fortune. As we go back to the players that matter, we see Alec. He has won the proverbial die roll, and he starts off with an untapped Overgrown Tomb. He is playing zombies, a Jund Zombies list, splashing for Falcon Wrath Aristocrat. That's the only red card in his main deck. Logan is on a green-white aggro list. I'm not entirely sure. Someone is asking, is the giveaway apply to Europe? Absolutely it applies to Europe. It applies to anywhere in this world. I will gladly put them in a...
As long as you're European, we'll send them to you.
Yeah. Someone's asking if we have assassin tokens. No, we don't. Actually, there aren't... I don't think I've seen any. As we see Alec slam a Dregmangler.
Everyone is looking for the assassin tokens, so...
There was actually one here last week. Someone left it in the... feature match area, and I just gave it to one of the...
That's a nice $5 bill right there.
It is. If you remember how important Wormcoil tokens were, they got up to $5 or $6 in their heyday. Assassin tokens will do the same, because you need 3 of them.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's ever going to win a high-tier match like that, but anyway. Back to the action. We saw a turn 3 Dregmangler out of the Zombies deck. And we see Silverblade Paladin from Logan. Unfortunately, Logan does not seem to have anything to pair it with, which is pretty unfortunate. Here we see a Rancor. You know, Alec has played on camera just once before. He splits time between this shop and the next shop over.
Yeah.
But I can tell you this, he likes to beat down. He was playing zombies before rotation, he's playing zombies after rotation. So. To be fair, these gentlemen are using the iPod Touch technology. I asked them to use this is the first time they've had to do that, so. Yeah, so turn from the 5-drop. Wolfear Silverheart.
Seems good.
That is really good, isn't it? So that becomes 16 damage? So that drops into 2, right? What am I missing here? It's a 2/2 plus 4, 6, 12. Yeah, so it's not 16, it's 12 damage. A fairly significant swing in the pace of this game. I'm looking at his hand. I don't know.
He needs another blocker.
He needs a Dreadbore is what he needs.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I don't know if he's playing them or not. He certainly has and for the chat commenter who, right before Logan played the Silverheart, said that this was green-white slow grow. I think he is probably now revisiting his
evaluation there.
Quite the change of events. You know, people were doing that in Innistrad Block Constructed. It basically became a game of who had the most... No, I think we're seeing here whether or not Logan wants to chance blocking here. I guess.
Why would you?
I think he's going to volley it. Does he have Brimstone Volley, or is that an Augur Spree? So he's going to offer the block, and that's Golgari Charm.
And a Tragic Slip.
Mm-hmm. How does Tragic Slip kill anything?
The Golgari Charm gives -1, -1.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't. That's how it does.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I'm not sure what mode of the charm he used. And he just replaces it with another Silverblade Paladin. Now, I have not played with Silverblade Paladin in Constructed. I'm sure it makes an appearance in some humans list. I do know from playing it in my cube that it is quite effective.
It just makes anything good. It in itself is it's efficient.
So, Alex fires back with another with a Lotleth Troll this time. Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, because it wouldn't have been a trade because the Wolf-Ear would have been double strike.
What are the... and another thing, too, that I will point out to people on the chat is that while we do correct mistakes if we notice them, I try to... Is this the one?
No, it's Golgari.
It was a Golgari Charm? So, see if we can bring that up here and take a look at exactly what the modes were. All creatures get -1/-1, destroy target enchantment, or regenerate each creature you control. I'm really not sure how that interaction worked. Oh, what he did was, I'm embarrassed that it took us this long to figure it out. He used the -1/-1 ability, and then Tragic slipped the Silverblade Paladin, which killed Silverblade Paladin, which eliminated Soulbond. Oh, but that doesn't work.
Yeah, because he got +4/+4.
Okay, so they just missed something here. So, while that's unfortunate, there's a... So, luckily I don't think it mattered here. I'm actually going to go... I want to step out right there. Brett, you can entertain the troops. I'm going to step out and see what happened. Also find out how much time is left in the round.
Okay. Here's that Golgari Charm again, just so everyone can kind of look at it here. Zach's coming back. Hopefully he has an explanation.
All right. So, I can confirm that there are 28 minutes left in the round.
Mm-hmm.
I can also confirm exactly what happened in the infamous Golgari Charm debacle. And that, do you care to guess what that was?
I'm going to say it was a misplay.
They screwed up. Yep. They did not realize that the Silverblade Pilot was 6'6". Luckily for them, luckily for the greater Magic feel-good, community, it did not affect the end result of the game, as Alec did eventually end up losing to the replayed Silverblade Paladin. So, Logan Cutlip goes up one game. We will try to watch a little bit closer in the future. The one thing is, like we talked about before, we try not to. I don't want to. A lot of people like playing on camera. These guys haven't actually played on camera for us before. At least Logan hasn't. I don't want to make anyone feel like we're sitting in here and lording over all their decisions and like second guessing things and like that, because that's not fun for anybody.
Yeah.
So while we do try to correct mistakes if we catch them immediately, in a situation like that where it'd be very difficult to go back up the game and where we honestly had missed it ourselves, it's not something that we feel like doing. So that is what happened there. Now, Brett, we've talked about our giveaway. I'm going to put the splash up there one more time.
Sure.
Let's give away some Magic cards.
Which ones are we giving away today?
We are giving away our playset of rock, paper, scissors cards. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 runners from last week. Do you have a D20 on you?
Sure, I can find one here.
Well, let's find a die. Well, Brett is digging through his bag to find a die that we can use to give these cards away. I've mentioned it before, I'll mention it again. If you would like your own playset of rock, paper, scissors cards to start all of your games like a complete champion, then all you need to do is follow me at ZachSellsMagic on Twitter. Retweet the giveaway tweet, which I'm about to post.
Question for you real quick, Zach.
Yes.
Spin down or random?
Let's go random. All right, we have 13 runners. We will re-roll on anything that does not win. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cliff Markham. Cliff Markham actually plays at our shop. He was the last one to get it in. For those of you who watched last week, Cliff was part of the infamous elf poster giveaway that we tried to do and then eventually decided not to do. So congratulations to Cliff. And if you too would like to win your own playset, simply follow us on Twitter. I'm going to tweet that giveaway tweet here shortly. Just retweet that, and we'll send you some free stuff. So, there is no limit to where I will ship. It's just going to be in a hard case in a plain white envelope, so I will send it abroad.
The only place we will not ship to is places that do not have mailing addresses. If you do not have a mail courier, we cannot get it to you.
If you don't have a postal service, I can't do you any favors. But we see Alec on a more traditional start from zombies this game with a turn 1 Gravecrawler. Let's see what he follows that up with. I've dropped off there as I make the tweet for this week. So we see Alec pounding in there with a Dreadmangler and his Gravecrawler, which he resolved on turn 1.
Dreadmangler, that's a new card.
It's a new card. It was actually the first zombie spoiled. It was one of the first cards from Return to Ravnica spoiled. 3/1 or a 3/3 haster with scavenge for 5, which I think is fine.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that you can find a spot for it in a lot of lists, but if you build around it, I think it's perfectly fine. As we see a Centaur Courier from Logan, helping him stem the tide, and another Absence Pilgrim. For those who are asking, I am currently typing up. I'm going to stop talking just for a second so I can type this.
It's giveaway time.
Brett, you tell them what's going on.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's like Logan's actually, I'm not sure what happened there. I just saw the life gain Centaur dude, and Gravecrawler. Oh, I guess he blocked the Gravecrawler, and then the Gravecrawler was replayed.
So, for those of you who are curious about the giveaway, I have just this minute retweeted or sent out a tweet indicating that it was giveaway time. So, retweet that tweet. Make sure you're following me. Next week we will draw live, and we will give those cards away to one lucky recipient. Are they worth a ton of money? No. Are they worth a ton of sentimental value? Maybe. That's not 28. He's not at 28 life. That's not how Magic works.
Zombie life kit.
As we see a Thragtusk out of Alec. This is where the Zombies deck can really struggle, is in its...
getting over the humps.
It's very tough for it to beat a Thragtusk. It's very tough for it to beat the life gain of a Centaur Courier and a Thragtusk. And none of its creatures can really profitably attack through the board that Logan has up.
Unless that Lowless Troll gets a whole bunch of counters.
Yeah, he's going to have to discard a lot of cards. I do see a Falconwrath Aristocrat in Alec's hand, which could be very big and very, very useful if he draws the 4th land to cast it. Unfortunately, to those in the...
Play a white, then Terminus. That sounds like a solid play.
Yep. For those of you in the chat, you do not get a reward for being the first person to tweet it. You do get a moral victory. So I will mention you, Paper Dinosaur. So congratulations, Paper Dinosaur on Twitch, for being the first person. And as I've said before, if we ever at some point start recouping any of our losses from the stream, currently this is entirely a non-profit affair, but if we ever, whatever we start getting out of it, we'll start putting back into it. So more support, more views on YouTube, more follows on Twitter and Twitch, better prizes.
I was actually under the impression that I was going to be getting paid for this.
Well, you were sadly mistaken, Brett.
Darn.
I can pay you in rock lobsters.
Got another Silver Blade Paladin out there. What do you pair that with?
Probably the Thragtusk, I would think.
Yeah, he's just going to be a huge dude.
Well, he's going to be impossible to remove in combat. As we see, this is like... Game 1 should favor, I would think, Alec, especially on the play. But games 2 and 3, I'm assuming he's bringing those Centaurs in from the sideboard. It's a lot of life gain.
Yeah.
Those 3/3, but like we've talked about in the stream before, the reason red cards aren't really playable right now is because they can't attack. They couldn't attack through a Golem token out of a Blade Splicer.
Yeah.
So you're definitely not going to be able to attack through Call the Conclave token, Thragtusk token, Thragtusk itself, Centaur Courier.
Yeah, you really have to be playing Rakdos to even have a hope there. Wizards hates red mages.
Someone in the chat is mentioning how we are discriminating against non-Twitter users. That's actually true, but in the future, I'm not sure. Someone's saying that I'm not sure that he paired it with the Thragtusk. I'm not sure what he paired it with. I'm not familiar with. I can't hear what he did it.
Regen removes it from combat.
It still deals its damage. It won't deal its. It won't deal its regular strike damage. It will deal its first strike. It will resolve first strike damage. He'll regenerate it. It'll tap it, remove it from combat, so it should not have died. That, of course, assuming that he paired it with the Silver Bay Paladin, which almost absolutely had to have happened. I feel what's going to happen here is the same thing that happened in the last round, which is that it's ultimately not going to matter, but...
it is something to point out.
It is something to point out, yeah.
There needs to be some clearly marked way to pair things.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the standard application is to just lay it on top of the but that often becomes a difficult. Yeah, so there.
Seems good.
So Logan's living the dream yet again with a 6/6 double striker. Asking Alec how many cards he has in his hand. I'm not sure it matters.
A lot.
They all have to be tragic slips at this point. Like I said, Alec does have Olivia. Or no, he has Falcon Wrath Aristocrat.
An instant speed damnation would be nice.
Mm-hmm. So we do see a
Victim of the Night.
Yeah, which is it's they're asking about whether or not it's wolf. It's only werewolf. If it's Wolf Your Silver Heart is an actual wolf, is this creature subtype, it will kill it. So it's only werewolves. That's what they were seeking clarification. So as many things as we've already missed tonight, that's one thing I wasn't aware of. So, and again, I apologize for the glare. I forgot to sort that out, but I will make myself a note to do that later. I forgot to mention here, we are in round 3 of this 5-round FNM. These two gentlemen are 1-1. So, both drawing live. 3 1-1 likely to make it. So there's the Aristocrat.
What's on top of the Aristocrat?
Nothing.
Okay. Maybe it's just terrible eyesight.
Yeah, so the troll is going to make things very difficult. It is it's a lot of the trolls, what, 2/1 base? So it's a 4/3 now. Regeneration mana not open, but it can trade with all of Logan's board. It does trample. A lot of the troll's so good. I keep forgetting it has trample. It's like the Titans. Like you keep forgetting Grave Titan has Death Touch.
Primal Titan's got that trample.
Trample as well. Yeah.
Did Frost Titan have anything other than its freeze effect and pay 2 more?
Oh, to the gentleman in the chat who's asking about the Life Total app. I did have your, as Brett can confirm, I did write down that, and I have that note in front of me. I was going to sort that out. It makes it, there's not really a way I can go in and look at who's subscribing to me in Twitch and get the contact info. So I wasn't sure how to get back in touch with you. After this is over, I'll step out, I'll try to fix the glare on the camera, and I'll take a look at that Life Total application and figure out exactly what it is. So I will follow up on that.
Oh, he wants to know what the application is?
Yeah, for the iPod that we're using. I honestly think it's something called Life Total, but I'm sure I can find out some more information here shortly. So back to the game here. Alec has managed to stabilize from a seemingly winless position, now putting a Rancor on his Gravecrawler and getting in. Looks like Logan is going to offer a trade. We see a replayed Gravecrawler. Would you not have replayed your Rancor or sacked the...
No green.
Oh, he doesn't have any green. He only has the 1 guild gate. And the Cavern will not tap for green for a Rancor. That's your pro tip of the day. Caverns can't cast spells.
Non-creature spells for mana. So I was actually, being a fairly control player, I was kind of upset with Cavern, but
it didn't really have the effects that I think a lot of people expected. Because we have, we're incorrect here, we have 15 minutes remaining in the round, so 1 extra minute from our clock. As we see Township top off all of his tokens. Not sure why he did it there instead of...
Instant speed.
Instant speed. One thing that he can do here with the 2 mana and the 2 pilgrims he has open is block before damage, pump everything up again as well. So he does have that potential for blowouts.
We'll see if he sees it.
No, he should have. I'm stupid. It doesn't matter how the mana he has. He doesn't have another township to tap with. So again, I'm stupid. But I think faithful viewers by this point should know that that's That's a proven fact at this point. 7 weeks into this makeshift broadcast.
Why is the aristocrat? Oh, yes.
Well, he cast a second aristocrat.
Okay, yeah, I see it now. I didn't see the one that had tapped. Arbor Elf comes down.
The aristocrat can win him the game. I mean, he has 4 black mana. That's just +4 every turn to...
He does have 2 avenues. He's just getting tapped.
Oh, that's true. So I've missed everything. Also, it's not +4 every turn because sacking a creature is not what gives it the counter. It's what makes it indestructible.
Yeah, it's only gets a counter if it's human.
Which there are none of in there. Curious to see whether or not Alec is playing Blood Artist. I haven't seen any so far. I don't know if that's just variants or if he just doesn't have them in the deck. He does have a Messenger, which he drew off the top.
Seems good.
Yeah.
Is Rancor down on anything right now? No, it isn't.
No, he has Rancor in his hand.
That's a thing.
These 2 aggro decks are taking a long time here to sort this out.
Yeah.
As we approach 12 minutes left in the round. We only have 2 people so far who've retweeted and entered into the giveaway. So
I'm doing that right now, actually.
Brett Rose, as I have mentioned many times before, co-hosts are eligible.
I hope that is the retweet button. Apparently it is.
So we're waiting here for Alec to decide what he wants to do. He has cast the Messenger, dropping Logan to 15. I think he's deciding what he wants to put the Rancor on. Would you not just put it on the flyer? I mean, I don't really think there's much of a choice there, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Because surely Logan's deck is not going to be able to handle the flyer. Is he not attacking because he loses to the crackback? To be quite honest, I'm not really interested in doing the math at this point to try and figure out. But Kevin, he has done some work. Both of those Pilgrims are now 4/4s. They can go up to 5/5s on this turn. He has a 6/6 Centaur Courier. It is Courier, right?
I don't know, to be honest. I know that it's a Centaur that cancels.
It's a Centaur Courser.
Let's use the handy-dandy internet.
Centaur Healer. We are wrong. None of the things we suggested were correct. It's a Centaur Healer.
We were very close in our defense.
Healer and Courier do sound a lot alike.
These share a letter or 2.
They both start with Centaur. Well, that's pretty good, right?
That'll win it for you.
That'll block, so he's townshipping everything. Again, I don't know why he's doing this in his, main phase, but... Just digging for another die so I can top off his Angel. Angel's 4/3 base, right? 4/3 base flyer. And so now he gets in with the million. It's 7 based on stats.
Sacks the...
Sacks the Messenger. No net gain there for Logan, but he is in a pretty good spot here.
Gains a little bit, or loses a little bit of life. You know what would really turn the tide of this game? A couple cheaty faces cheated into play. It does not state in the rules that it can't be used in different formats.
Yeah, so what did he steal with the conscripts?
Conscripts? Assumably the untapped guy.
Yeah, so conscripts just straight up wins the game there, allowing Alec to push through lethal. I wonder how many lands Alec is running, because conscripts is a pretty high end to that curve. You see it small enough? Should I move it over there? Would you like to man the chat?
I'm actually going to go grab a drink.
Okay.
You want one?
Yeah, I do actually. I will reimburse you when you come back.
What do you want?
Anything not diet. So while Brett greased me, we move on to Game 3. In this battle of aggro decks, Brett Rose has stepped out briefly. I am Zachary Evans. We are coming to you live from Lost Legion Games and Comics South Charleston, West Virginia, round 3 of tonight's 5-round standard tournament. The first tournament featuring Return to Ravnica cards. So, we've seen some interesting decks tonight. We've seen some both Tier 1 and Tier about 3 decks tonight. So we have had the entire gambit of playables. So, we appreciate everyone who's everyone who's joining us. As of right now, we are currently hosting the most viewers we have ever had before. So we appreciate everyone taking some time out tonight to check us out.
Did I miss anything in these shuffling extravaganza?
No, we didn't. But as I was telling everyone on the chat, I thank them all heartily as we are once again breaking our personal best. Yeah, I'll mention to him after the round. I've already gone out. Someone has mentioned in the chat about the regeneration double strike interaction that happened that past game. If it happens again, we'll go out and mention it. I really don't want to go out there and correct them yet again. But and as soon as I thank everyone for watching, literally 10 people drop from the stream, knocking us back down to...
Thank you for not watching as well.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for not watching. Thank you for...
Honestly...
The Golden Girls would say thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again when the heart is true. It's a palace of confidants.
I can comfortably say I've never watched the Golden Girls and never will.
I'm an old-ass man, Brett Rose. I'm a week past 32 years of age, and in a comic book store during a Friday Night Magic tournament. That makes me a AARP.
How was your birthday?
Actual birthday?
Well... Yeah.
Actual birthday, many of you saw, and those who didn't can go back in the archives and watch. I spent my birthday here, paired with... Were you in here last week?
Yes, I was.
Brett and I did the Return to Ravnica launch party coverage where we saw 2 drafts, the first of which featured a draft cam where we watched Max Turner's picks, which was pretty fun, except for the network going down not once, not twice, but 3 times.
And him playing football with the camera.
And Max hitting the camera several times. But that's something I'd like to do in the future. I would like to have a cube draft at some point. So we'll try to fire one of those off here.
My personal life goal is to play Legacy.
Yeah,
I want to Goblin God people.
We're trying very hard to have a weekly Legacy tournament as we see a turn 1 Arbor Elf off of an untapped Temple Garden. Again, I forgot to sort out the glare, so apologies again. I will fix that before this next round. Diagraph out of Alex. Did Logan molt a 5 or 6? I think he went down to 5.
Well, someone else turned 32 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Solid.
It was only a week ago, October 5th.
Apparently it's server maintenance is what I have been told.
Mm-hmm. So we see Logan tapping 3 for, I believe that's a Champion of Lambholt.
Yeah, it is.
So I hear 5 minutes announced.
I actually just opened one of those a minute ago.
Well, congratulations, Brett. Anything else that you've pulled out of there?
Just the Cavern of Souls.
Just a Cavern of Souls, so not as nearly as exciting as it could be.
And Terminus. I guess that's worth a couple dollars.
Champion can get very, very big, but at this point, Logan is well behind, as we see Alec sign and bluff himself. So, Logan's going to need to draw pretty good here in order to come back from this. So we see the Silverblade Paladin come down again. I'm assuming paired with the Champion of Lambholt, which now pumps out. Champion is 1/1 base, so it gets a counter. It's now a 2/2 double strike. But that Lotless Troll is going to do some work. You see another Lotless Troll in Alec's hand. More importantly, less than 4 minutes remaining in the round. One of these gentlemen is going to have to pile through. I'm not sure at this stage in the game if Logan can win before time is called.
That's actually a really good pairing.
What?
Silverblade Paladin with the champion. Because if he just keeps getting bigger, nothing's ever going to block him, and he'll just...
Yeah, it is a good interaction. I'm not sure at this point if it matters, honestly, because we have a 3/2 Lotless Troll with a Rancor on it.
If he had like 3 little dudes in hand, he could probably just drop them all and...
Yep, that would make him a 5/5, attack for 10.
And the Silverblade swinging as well.
Oh, so Alec is playing Shred Freaks. That's very interesting.
It's any creatures you control, by the way. Whenever champion attacks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so he could just Alpha Strike with the whole team.
Right. Also known as Swinging House.
Mm-hmm. Brett Rose likes to say Swinging House. That is your catchphrase. This is very interesting because a lot at stake here. Time quickly becoming a factor.
Yeah.
So we're still experiencing downtime on Magic Online. It looks like. I'm afraid that
came back up.
I'm afraid that when it goes back up, we're going to lose a lot of people. But while we have you here, we appreciate your patronage. Come back and join us every Friday night. If you can't make your FNM, feel free to check out ours. So, Logan gets in with the
champion
for 6. Way behind on my life totals here.
That wolf here seems pretty nice.
Yeah, who did he pair that with?
I don't know.
I mean, he would have to pair it with the Absence Pilgrim because it's not allowed to.
You mean the elf?
Arbor Elf, yeah, because he can't double.
Apparently, guild badges are available.
What do you mean guild badges?
On Magic Online.
What do you mean by that? I'm not sure. As we see, Alec Myers swinging house.
Is it?
That's a little bit delayed, but might not be worth watching over there.
It is. I'm trying to
monitor the chat. Yeah. I think there's discussion over whether or not Logan missed another champion trigger. It may not matter, however. So he lines up the double striker, blocks the Lotless Troll with his 8/8. Takes 4. Now the question is, if Alec can't kill him here, does he die on the crackback? Yep, so he discards the Lotless Troll.
That troll's doing some work there.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he just sort of gets stupid big fast.
So, a very interesting game between two. I think those decks are also pretty representative of the metagame we should expect coming into States next week. So, for those of you who are going to States, I think green-white aggro, or green-white mid-range, and a variety of...
I actually built an Esper Tokens deck that is doing very well for me.
Hmm? Do you have that deck with you?
Yes, I have it right here, actually.
Maybe, I don't think we have time here, but we would likely, we might bring that up and discuss that in the future.
Okay, I'll get to work on sorting it.
Mm-hmm. So, what to discuss? As Brett sorts out his deck that we will talk about shortly, my name is Zachary Evans, he's Brett Rose. We are the coverage team at tonight's Friday night event. I'm staring at my computer while I try to bring up the following. We talked about it just a minute ago. State championships. I should probably... There we go, now you can see it all. I make these splash screens within it. But anyway, states and provincials are this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday, based on your area. Visit sleevup.com for more information. Why do I bring this up? Well, not just because most of our guys will be participating West Virginia State's, but Lost Legion Games and Comics is sponsoring this year's West Virginia State's tournament in Beckley, West Virginia, and more than likely we will be streaming it. So, I mean, we will be there tomorrow morning, bright and early, setting up, attempting to stream.
I'm going to be playing, or I'm going to be streaming?
You're going to be playing or streaming. I will not be playing. I will be side eventing or maybe working the booth, if anything. But anyway, we should be streaming tomorrow, so if you can't make it out to your state or provincials, I know we've got the Grand Prix in San Jose tomorrow. I know we've got PTQs are going on around. I know Star City and Providence is going to eat into a lot of our viewership. But if you're local, if you're interested in the state tournament, we'll be on probably before both those other broadcasts, so definitely check us out. And if not, come and check us out next year. Maybe, how about next week? And then one more reminder, if you want to get a hold of us at any point off the stream, we have everything we've ever posted is live on YouTube, so you can check out all 6 weeks of archived footage. Follow us on Twitter at ZexCellsMagic. Check for the tweet giveaway that we've been talking about earlier in the round. Obviously, you're on Twitch. If you can follow us on Twitch, you'll get an email reminder anytime we go live with the stream. And then obviously we have a Facebook page, so you can search for ZexCellsMagic on any of those. Like, follow, subscribe, favorite, whatever is applicable. We would definitely appreciate it. We appreciate you watching. Excuse me. They're just called time in the rounds, or rather they're firing up for round 4. So we're going to take a brief break. We'll be right back with another round.